You don't need a polisher or special chemicals to deep clean a windshield. You don't need a machine polish or any type of special chemicals to deep clean glass, specifically your windshield. Now, I grew up in a glass shop or a trim shop where we did auto upholstery and auto glass, lots of industrial glass as well on heavy equipment, big rigs, and that sort of thing. Now, one thing we did a lot was actually clean windows. We weren't always just replacing them. We were also cleaning them, and I like to actually treat them as well where they would shed water, because I drove the service truck that we went to and fro to work on the heavy equipment, and I didn't like a dirty windshield, and I liked it to repel water. Well, I kind of crafted my own little recipe. I know it's not patented at all, but my point is I've been seeing these videos on how to deep clean windshields, how to deep clean auto glass, and they use, special concoctions or their own type of polish or their own type of solution that they're trying to sell you, or they're using a polisher. You don't have to use any of that, and if you're careful, you can definitely use these solutions as well as razor blades, steel wool, that sort of thing, without scratching the windshield or without scratching the door glasses. Now, we've got a 2007 SUV that's got an original windshield in it. It's even got a crack in it. It's got bug guts all over it. It's got water spots all over it. We're going to show you how not only are we going to get it good and clean, we're even going to remove those water spots, again, without any special chemicals. Glass is always a real pain to film, especially trying to get the spots on it, but we'll do our best here to try to show you what we're dealing with. This is a 2007 vehicle. I believe it is the factory windshield. There's water spotting from hard water spots on here. There's plenty of nicks. There's even an old star cracker right here. So this windshield is by no means new. You can see the separation there of the lamination starting to separate. So this is by no means a new windshield. Now, at the same time, it doesn't have a lot of bugs on it or anything like that. I was really wanting to wait till our love bug season got in full force to shoot this, but anyway, so it is what it is. But like I said, we do have some contamination on the windshield that we should be able to show getting that off. And just from angle of approach, I believe we're going to do this passenger side of the windshield, just because the reflection is probably going to do a little better of showing the crud removal. Even got a crack there. Shouldn't bother us at all. Let's get started. Well, everybody loves a good 50-50, so we'll give what everybody loves. Right down that dirty windshield. And by the way, if there's other moldings and things you want to cover up, because you'll be using some general cleanup stuff, you may want to do that. I'm not going to worry about this because it is a 2007, about, 15 plus years old. So let's take a look at the items we're going to be using. We'll need some paper towels. I would recommend some microfiber towels, but these are like cheap Walmart, Costco, Sam's, and I mean not the expensive detailing towels, just cheap microfiber. So use whatever microfiber you want, but I'd recommend some of those. We'll use the paper towels at the end, or you can use paper towels throughout. A fresh, clean razor blade. Again, I'm not going to repeat it many more times. A brand new razor blade. Make sure it is in the cardboard, no rust on it, no nicks on it or anything. It must be super clean and super new, because it will hurt things otherwise. We're going to need glass cleaner. I like spray away glass cleaner, even though I think they've actually changed the recipe because it doesn't foam near as much anymore. But anyway, that's kind of my go-to, is the spray away or the spray away glass cleaner, but any glass cleaner should work. You're going to need some water. Doesn't have to be bottled water, it could be tap water. We're going to use some Rain-X glass repellent at the end. You could probably use anything you want to, some type of wax polish, anything like that, but preferably some type of glass repellent or some type of glass water repellent. And then here is the star of the hour, or the star of the 15 minutes, Barkeeper's Friend. This is going to do the magic on getting rid of water spots, even just kind of deep cleaning the windshield. It's not going to scratch anything. You don't have to worry about that. And then something that's optional, well, really the razor blade is optional. You don't have to go this route. You can scrub away with towels if you want to. But steel wool with the barkeeper's friend, and make sure that it's 4/0. You have 4 zeros here. That's the finest steel wool there is. So make sure that if you're ever using anything on your car, you're only using 4/0 steel wool, at least on glass anyway. So again, let me repeat that. 4/0, that's 4 zeros. That's what aught means. Steel wool. That's really, really fine. You're not going to scratch your windshield as long as you follow the instructions we're talking about. Let's start first by cleaning the windshield. So we'll go ahead and get to cleaning on this. And this doesn't have to be perfect, but you might as well start with this, just a base clean. So if you come in tight here, you can see that the windshield cleaned up pretty good, but we've got bug marks on here where they're still on there, where bug guts are on there. Looks like spider remains. And then obviously our water spotting as well is still on here. You can see here, even after the glass cleaning, still plenty of water spots on this vehicle. And again, as I was talking about, plenty of bug spots as well. So right here, right here. So to get these remaining spots off, what I like to do, and again, you could scrub them off if you want to, take a very clean razor blade, but do not touch the windshield until that's wet. Now you could use detergent and water. I'm using a little glass cleaner, and then lay this blade down at least at a 45, and you can just get those spots off with one wipe. You can take your microfiber or a paper towel, wipe your blade off. But make sure that blade is laid back and that edge is nice and wet. That makes getting off, in our case, love bugs or any other squished bugs, very easy. And just so you know, I used to multiple times a day when I drove a service truck, would actually soak the whole thing down with glass cleaner and with a single edge razor blade, scrape that whole windshield and never put a mark on it. Gonna hit it with a little glass cleaner. A blade. Get that right off. So right there, I just hit the crack in this windshield with this razor blade. I shouldn't touch this windshield again with that razor blade. It should go in the trash or use that for a trashy razor blade, but I should not use that for scraping again, because it most likely been an edge over on that razor blade, and now I could actually scratch that windshield. And now I'm going to put a little water on here. Probably should have done that to start with, but we'll check the other side because it was not messed with yet. So all we've done is clean this. You can see I'm not getting any water shedding or water beading at all. It's just basically laying on there because it's a dirty windshield or has no properties to actually shed that water. Same thing over here, except dirty. Now, once we know the glass is clean and we're ready to get started on really scrubbing this really clean, gonna peel this off our barkeeper's friend. By the way, you can keep that for later to put it back on there if you want to keep it from globbing up on you. That's a scientific term, globbing. Anyway, there's a couple of ways you can use this. You can just kind of wet out the area if you want to with some water and soap and sprinkle this on there and go in there and polish. Or again, with your microfiber towel, you can start polishing with it. So you can go that route with it, and then once it hazes over, and you'll see it haze over, then you can just buff it off with another towel. So you can go that route, or if you want to, you can take a little dish of some sort. It's the bottom of a water bottle. Put you a little good amount of barkeeper's friend in there, and then you can just pour a little water in there and make like a little slurry if you want to. So it's almost like a paste. So if you're not wanting to get dust everywhere, this is one way you can do it. And so now you've made a little slurry that you can dip your rag into or your steel wool into to start cleaning. Now you can see here in this corner that even after cleaning and the razor blade, we still have water spotting. I'll even show you here. The razor blade is not going to get that off. Looks like it might get a little off, but you'd have to scrub and scrub and scrub to do that. But you'll see here with my slurry, now it's only been about a minute and a half, and you can see this is already dried to a haze, and you should be able to just take your finger and almost wipe it clean. I'm gonna give it another few seconds here, let it dry up good. Okay, take your microfiber. Water spots are gone. No special chemicals needed, no polishers needed. And you can see here where I ended before and where the water spots still are, and I just wanted to show you, if you wanted to with your microfiber, it might take a little more effort, but dab it in my slurry here, and it will work as well. You probably have to put a little more elbow grease into it because it won't cut quite as good as the 4-aught, but you see it's definitely cleaning off the water spots. Water spots there, and then right about the crack they start clearing up. And that's where we used our microfiber, and then here's where we started using our steel wool. The steel wool is definitely going to do a better job. And once we're done with that, and if you didn't hit it with your razor blade all over, you could definitely take your microfiber and do the barkeeper's friend all over it, but it's probably not necessary. And you can feel that it's clean now, but it's not nice and slick, has no coating on it, so it's probably not going to bead water. In fact, you see it's not beading or shedding water. All right, now here's my recipe on applying Rain-X, and you can use it if you want to, but you don't have to. 2 paper towels, and they need to either be Scott towels or like these Scott blue towels. They don't have to be. That's what works for me because they seem to work more like a towel, but I still like the paper towels in doing this. I'm going to fold it into a quarter basically, so fold it in half and then half again. Again, this is 2 sheets, and I am going to get this pretty soaked with the glass repellent. Be careful, I think there's some chemicals in here, obviously, probably Teflon, alcohol. So if you don't want it on your car finish, then don't do it on the hood like I'm doing here. Also on cuts, it doesn't feel that great either. But anyway, I want this thing to almost be like an application towel, obviously. Now I'm gonna border it out, so straight, okay? And then small circles. I'm not done, so don't think I am. Okay, I'm gonna let that haze, but I'm not finished. Not finished. Okay, I'm telling you, this is the difference in it really beading and just slightly beading. Now I'm gonna apply it again. I can border it out if I want to, straight, but then I'm gonna come in and do my tight circles and make sure it's putting on product. Now I may be overusing it, but I'm just telling you what works. Now after doing it twice with a good liberal coating, I'm gonna let it haze up really well. Okay, another big key here. We've let it hazed up really well. This stuff does not like to come off, so I don't like to just buff it off dry. I'm gonna take 4 more Scott towels, 2 here, 2 here. Leave this one dry, quarter this one up again, and liberally soak it. I want it literally dripping with water. Okay, I'm gonna come back, box it all out, wipe it down, and I'm gonna really scrub this haze off with this towel here, and then come back with this towel while it's still wet before it dries, and now I can really buff that out. Again, if you want to use microfibers, you absolutely can. Now this 16-year-old window is going to shed water like crazy for a while. So here we can see the left side, the driver's side is sheeting. Well, not really sheeting, it's just one continuous sheet of water. And the right side is beating up rather well. We'll see here in a moment once we take off of how well that will repel the water. Okay, just one thick sheet of water over here and water beating over here. We're at 40 miles per hour. Zero vis here. Let me reiterate, when you're using steel wool, make sure it is 4/0 steel wool. Also, make sure that it's wet with something, whether it's a slurry solution like we made here with the Barkeeper's Friend, or with some type of glass cleaner, or at least soap and water. Not just wet with water, but some type of surfactant that's going to break that water tension and make sure that you've got a nice lubricant of some sort between it and the steel wool. But the steel wool is not going to hurt it if you make sure that you're using it properly. Also, with a razor blade, make sure you've got a brand new razor blade and make sure you've got a good lean to it. You're not standing it straight up, and you've got a good lean to it, and it's a brand new blade. As soon as you feel it grab on something, throw it away. Do not use it on a window again. And you'll feel it. You'll feel if it grabs onto something. Now, if it's just scraping off the bugs, then that's absolutely fine. But if it actually hangs up on a nick or something like that, throw away the blade and don't risk scratching the windshield. You don't need clay bars to clean things. You don't need polish or anything else. Barkeeper's Friend is a great solution, and this is going to aid in definitely removing those water spots as well as really deep cleaning the windshield. Then once we're done with it, we clean it with some solution, and again, use Windex if you want to. I don't care. Your favorite glass cleaner should work just fine. Just make sure you're getting it all off and it's dried off nice and properly. And then make sure you follow the way we did it with the Rain-X. You may do it your own way, but I'm telling you, in years of doing it, at least putting it on twice before you get it back off is going to work great. And to keep from smearing it around, using a nice wet paper towel again to really get that off. I mean, with like drops of water still all over it, to actually get that off and then buff it off with a dry towel or a microfiber. And after that, it's going to bead water for several weeks. You'll have to reapply again, but you probably won't have to do the deep clean again. Just make sure it's nice and clean, reapply your Rain-X, and you'll be good to go. Or reapply whatever other type of film or water repellent you want to put on your windshield. Hey, let us know what you think about this. Also, keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, if you hated our video, well, then give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day. Keep smiling.